Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In today's video, I'm going to respond again to the same Christian that I previously mentioned, Royal Sun. I mentioned him in the last video when I talked about some more of the Christian apologetic responses that I was getting to the video on Nadir Ahmed versus Michael Brown. But this one is going to be about a different topic. Because this guy, this is the same loser that I talked about, who hypocritically wants me to be nice to the Christians, but meanwhile says nothing to the Christians who are being the usual bigoted trolls that they are. So no, I'm gonna embarrass this joker even further, because he tried to be a wise guy, did a little Google search, didn't do any real research. So he tried to prove using standard Christian logic, quote unquote, just trying to demonize Islam without any actual honest and fair research. So what is he trying to do? He's trying to prove that Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was inspired by Satan. And he tries to use the hadith to prove that. But again, didn't really research it, just copied it from an article he probably saw on the internet and brought it over here. So he starts, premise one. Notice how he's trying to be very logical about it. Anyway, he says, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, if anyone has a dream they don't like, it is from Satan. And he names this hadith from Sahih Bukhari. So let's go to that hadith. I have it set up here, right here. All right, see the reference, same reference, 987-114, 987-114. All right, so let's read. Narrated Abu Sa'id al-Khudri, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, if any one of you sees a dream that he likes, then it is from Allah, and he should thank Allah for it and narrate it to others. But if he sees something else, i.e. a dream that he dislikes, then it is from Satan, and he should seek refuge in Allah from its evil. And he should not mention it to anybody, for it will not harm him. So this is talking about a hadith that about a dream that is harmful, that is potentially harmful, something that's perhaps scary, like a nightmare, right? It's not saying. Let me just zoom in a little bit on this. It's not saying that if it's any dream that you don't like, it's specifically referring to something that is evil, then it is from Satan, right? And if you had gone down just a little further, the very next hadith, see this is again, he just copied it from a website. But if you actually took the time to research it, you loser, you would see what it's talking about. The very next hadith says, narrated Abu Qatada, the Prophet ﷺ said, a good dream that comes true. Okay, look at that. A good dream that comes true is from Allah, and a bad dream is from Satan. So if any one of you sees a bad dream, he should seek refuge in Allah from Satan and should spit on the left, for the bad dream will not harm him. Okay, so it's talking about good dreams and bad dreams. A good dream that comes true is from Allah, and a bad dream is from Satan. All right, so already he screwed it up because he didn't really research it, just being an idiot with too much time on his hands. Not enough time though to do some honest research. Now let's see an example of a bad dream. What are we talking about when we say bad dreams? All right, this is from Sahih Muslim. Here's the reference. So Jabir reported that Allah's Messenger ﷺ said, there came to him a desert Arab and said, I saw in a dream that I had been beheaded. Wow. And I had been following it. So he had just a random dream, which was pretty violent and didn't make any sense. He was beheaded and he was still following the head around. So Allah's Messenger ﷺ said, do not talk about these things. Do not inform about the vain supporting of the devil with you during the night. So it's just a dream that Satan has put into your mind just to confuse you, just to play around with you. So don't worry about it. Don't spread the dream around and take refuge in Allah. All right. So this is an example of a bad dream. Is this the kind of dream that the Prophet ﷺ had? Even if it was a dream, the vision with Jibreel alayhi salam and the revelation of the first verses of the Quran, there was no such kind of dream. Also, just because you see a dream that you might not like everything about it, doesn't make it a dream that is necessarily from Satan. For example, a dream that comes true, as the Prophet had, I'm going to show you an example in a minute. He had a dream which he he saw some things that he didn't like, and then something else happened in the dream, and later on, it actually came true. The vision came true. So what happened in the dream? Well, let's look at this hadith. This is in Sahih Bukhari, volume 4, book 56, number 817. So, narrated Ibn Abbas, Musaylama, the al-Kazzab, the false prophet, the liar, came in the lifetime of Allah's Messenger with many of his people to Medina and said, "If Muhammad makes me his successor, I will follow him." Allah's Messenger went up to him and was carrying a piece of a date palm leaf in his hand. He stood before Musaylama and his companions and said, "If you ask me even this piece of the leaf, I will not give it to you. You cannot avoid the fate you are destined to by Allah. If you reject Islam, Allah will destroy you." And of course that came true later on. "I think that you are most probably the same person whom I have seen in the dream." So he had a dream. Obviously now it was about a false prophet. So does that mean it was a bad dream and therefore was from Satan? No, it was a dream that came from Allah, in which Allah was showing the Prophet ﷺ the coming of two false prophets after him. He's the true prophet. There would be two false prophets who would try to mimic him, and they are, obviously inspired by Satan. All right, so Abu Huraira told me that Allah's Messenger ﷺ said, while I was sleeping, so he had a dream, I saw two gold bracelets around my arm, and that worried me too much. So he had a dream, and it worried him. These two bracelets, he didn't like the idea of gold bracelets around his arm, because different hadith it is forbidden to wear gold for men. Then in the same dream, he was instructed divinely to blow them off, and so I blew them off. So in the dream, he was able to blow the gold bracelets off, and they flew away. I interpreted the two bracelets as symbols of two liars who would appear after me. And so one of them was Al-Ansi, and the other one was Musaylama al-Kazzab from Al-Yamama. Okay, so here we have an example of a dream that came true. So, and where do true dreams come from? From Allah. Even though in this dream, he saw something that he didn't like, something that worried him. Different translations say that he saw the two bracelets and he didn't like that. And then he was inspired within the same dream to just blow them off. And they were metaphors in the dream for these two false prophets that would show up during his lifetime. So this is an example of a true dream, which at the same time did have something. It was a vision of the future, which was distressing. That doesn't mean it's from Satan, right? When Allah's Messenger ﷺ said bad dreams, he was talking about these kinds of dreams, right? Like, for example, the one that this desert Arab had, where he was beheaded and was following it around. We have these kind of dreams all the time. People have these kind of dreams. They're weird dreams. They don't mean anything. They don't come true, obviously, right? So these are just the sporting of the devil. And we should take refuge in Allah from it and not tell people about it. All right, so you have a nightmare, you don't tell people about it. You just brush it away. It's not going to harm you. Allah will protect you. You're okay. And it was just a dream. Sometimes we have these. They don't mean anything. All right, premise 2. Let's continue. Muhammad's revelation at the cave of Mount Hira was in the form of a dream. And he names these hadiths. So, which he didn't like. All right. And then he concludes, therefore, Muhammad's revelation of the Quran at Mount Hira was from Satan. Okay, wonderful. Nice job, genius.
Bravo, Dipper Pines. You've discovered our little secret. Applaud, everyone. Applaud sarcastically. No, that sounds too sincere. Slow clap. There we go. Nice and condescending.
But, wait a minute, there's a problem. Let's look at these hadiths right here. Was it actually a dream? Here's the same hadith. See, same reference, right? So, narrated Aisha, the commencement of the divine inspiration to Allah's Messenger ﷺ was in the form of true dreams, right? Not just dreams, but true dreams. And what did we say before about true dreams? Right? A good dream that comes true is from Allah. Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah. The Christian troll doesn't know what he's talking about.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
As usual. All right. And then she says the angel came to him and said, "Read in the name of your Lord, who has created all that exists, has created man from a clot. Read, and your Lord is most gracious." This is Surah Al-Alaq, the first surah that was revealed, first verses that were revealed to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But before that, he was having dreams that were coming true, right? True dreams. So these are from Allah. The next hadith says the same thing basically. The commencement of the divine inspirations to Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam was in the form of true dreams. Okay, true dreams. The angel came to him and said, "Read in the name of your Lord, who has created all that exists, has created man from a clot. Read, and your Lord is most generous, who was taught writing by the pen." Again, Surah Al-Alaq, as mentioned before. So it's talking about true dreams that came true. So that already shows that this is coming from Allah, not from Satan. So that premise is already destroyed. The conclusion is already destroyed. But let's make it worse for this guy. Why not? Let's go up a little higher. All right, this longer hadith here. This is the reference, right? Volume 6, book 60, verse hadith number 478. A little longer. So here, it gives you more information. Narrated Aisha, the wife of the Prophet. The commencement of the divine inspiration to Allah's Messenger was in the form of true dreams in his sleep. All right, so once again, true dreams, and we know true dreams that come from Allah. Right? For he never had a dream, but it turned out to be true and clear as the bright daylight. Then, so now the dreaming part is over now. Right, from here. Then he began to like seclusions. So he used to go in seclusion in the cave of Hira, where he used to worship Allah continuously for many nights before going back to his family to take the necessary provision of food for this day. He came back to his wife Khadija, radiallahu anha, again to take his provision of food likewise, till one day he received the guidance while he was in the cave of Hira. And an angel came to him and asked him to read. Where does it say he was dreaming? Nowhere. Right? This idiot, again, didn't do the research, and whoever he copied from didn't do the research or doesn't know how to read, because it clearly says here, the commencement of the revelation began as true dreams. That doesn't mean that the experience with the angel, who was Jibreel alayhi salam, was a dream. It was not a dream. It was an actual physical experience. Right? The angel told him to read. He said, I couldn't read. The angel pressed him, and continued like this for 2 or 3 times, and then the verses were revealed. And notice that it says, the next sentence, then Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam returned with that experience. Right? Again, not a dream. He physically experienced it. Right? And he went back to his wife, so radiallahu anha, Khadija. So, alhamdulillah, if you'd done just a little bit of research, you wouldn't make a fool of yourself. Right? The other thing he says is that he didn't like the dreams. But again, it wasn't a dream. It was a powerful experience that he felt. And he quotes the first hadith, the first book of Bukhari. Let's go to that. Right? Revelation. All right, it's the same hadith basically that I just showed, but in a different book. So where is it talking about that it was a dream? Right? Nothing. It says here also, narrated Aisha, the commencement of the divine inspiration of the messenger was in the form of good dreams, which came true like bright daylight, and then a love seclusion was bestowed upon him. All right, so same thing happened, and he was in the cave when the angel came to him. So this was not a dream, this was a physical experience. All right, so once again, Christians expose their idiocy. They don't know what they're talking about. And, they're just deceptive people who are not interested in truth. They just want to demonize Islam. Well, you know what? On the Day of Judgment, you will answer for your deception. You spawn of Satan. But I'm going to make this worse, even worse for you. It's not over yet. Let's talk more. All right, so in 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 14, Paul said, and no wonder, for Satan himself masquerades as an angel of light. An angel of light. Interesting. Let's use some Christian logic. And let's go to Acts 9, where Paul's miraculous experience on the road to Damascus is talked about. And there's 3 different versions of this, I think, throughout the Bible, which shows that it's just a lot of myth-making. You don't have any coherent account. You have 3 different contradictory accounts. But anyway, in this account it says, in Acts 9, as he neared Damascus on his journey, suddenly a light from heaven flashed around him. Interesting. SubhanAllah. So let's put the premise 1 and premise 2 together. The conclusion is that Satan must have been inspired by Satan. So Saul must have been inspired by Satan. All right? Bingo. I mean, of course, we can prove it other ways. Saul was a liar. He did lie. He was caught lying many times. He even admitted lying on a couple of occasions. And Satan is the father of all lies, isn't he? All right, so there you go. Christians using their weak logic on their own book, they would have left Christianity a long time ago. But I don't like to use weak logic. I like to use facts, real evidence to show why Christianity is a false religion. And that has apparently made a lot of Christians upset, which is why they can't really offer any reasonable arguments. They just mouth off. That's all they do. All right, so that was the point of this video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.